I'm a big fan of coming up at 11, why your next trip to the salad bar could be your last.
It's a good one.
The android is always like, you want to know about me? You're interested in me as a person?
Little old forearm me.
Little old me? I'm just a little funny little guy.
I like him.
He's alright. It's over here.
Nightreign.
Nightreign, baby.
Nightreign. We're doing it.
We did this once before, and the game had just come out, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I have since beat all the bosses, except the, they're doing like these weekly bosses, where it's like a harder version of a previous boss.
Gotcha.
I ain't doing that. What we're doing is dress up first.
I love dress up time.
Right before Watson got here. Oh, by the way, the name of the show is Watson and James Don't Play. My name is James.
And I'm the Watson who got here.
Right before Watson got here, I finished all the main bosses, so I unlocked the Dark Souls skins.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is the Lion Knight from Dark Souls 2, I think. And then you have the Abyss Walker from Dark Souls 1.
Oh, I like that.
Notorious. Yeah, everyone that I end up...
seems pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Can we see Dawn?
Dawn's okay.
Dawn's alright.
Yeah.
It's got kind of a Valkyrie vibe.
Darkness I can't quite afford. It's giving Batman, though.
It is giving some Batman.
It's giving the Batman version...
Submissive Batman, though. See how his ears are down?
Well, so it reminds me of the Batman-esque character from Invincible.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forget his name.
Dark Shadows? Is his name
Shadow
Knight?
like that.
Shadow Knight?
Something like that.
I'm going to look it up so people aren't screaming at us. But
everyone
keep going.
everyone wears the Abyss Walker skin, so I'm doing the Lion Knight because goddamn, that looks fucking badass.
Honestly,
right? It looks bad, doesn't it?
I like that green. I like that it's got the gold with it.
And I like the fur coat.
But I probably like the Abyss Walker's helmet a little better.
It's a cool helmet.
It's a pretty cool. I like an asymmetrical helmet. What can I say?
We're wearing this guy. We're going to do a quest here. We're just going to do the first boss. Hopefully I get paired with a team that isn't completely useless. That's the kicker with this game, is that sometimes the team you get paired with is just kind of rough. You can play solo if you want. I'm not very good at the game, so I'm not playing solo. I need that kind of heat.
It's Darkwing, by the way. I was hesitant to say it because, Darkwing Duck.
Sure. All right, they're picking the Executor, which is the samurai kind of guy, and then someone's doing Recluse, which is a spellcaster. That'll work.
Hell yeah.
Nightreign, baby! Puddleglum!
Puddleglum.
Gwyn Diesel. Oh, outstanding.
Gwyn?
Oh, I love you.
Feisty. I like her.
Gwyn Diesel. Once I was bitten by a radioactive Osama bin Laden, and now I'm Osama Vin Diesel. And I've developed a love of caves.
I love mashup usernames. They're like my favorite.
Gwyn Diesel.
When someone's like Kathleen Turner Overdrive.
What a treat.
It's fucking great. Oh, good times. It's been a long, kind of hot but now rainy week.
Yeah, it's sticky out.
I know.
I'm so sticky.
I've been wandering the house because I'm hot and I don't want to be outside. Been playing a lot of Far Cry 5 in these Far Cry 5-esque times.
I was gonna say in these art imitates reality kind of times.
I was reading, and so the plot of Far Cry 5, if people don't know, is that you're in a little slice of like Montana that's been taken over by a doomsday prepper cult, and you're going around this open world liberating cult outposts and growing the resistance so you can overthrow them. Like that
makes sense.
That's the plot of the game. In reading old posts, because I'm the kind of player that if I'm stuck on a part of a game, I'll go look for some help online, at least some hints. I'm not necessarily looking for cheats, but I am looking for a walkthrough guide,
sure,
helpful hint kind of situation. So you end up on these message boards where people are talking about these games. And I saw someone talking about how much they used to love Far Cry 5. It was like their favorite of that series.
Right.
But now they almost can't play it anymore because it just reminds them too much of crappy stuff on the news and shit like that here in America. And
sure.
one of the replies was that they didn't mind at all because they played Far Cry from like somewhere in Singapore. And they were like, yeah, it feels exotic to me. I like a lot of people complained that this Far Cry didn't have an exotic location. But it was exotic to me. I don't live in America.
Right, that's true.
So wandering around in this exotic location is still great for me. And this other guy was like, yeah, I used to love it because it looked just like my backyard, but now it looks just like my backyard in a bad way.
I like playing games that take place in like an alternate version of America.
Yeah, which is essentially what this
So-
does. Would you count Saints Row like that?
Oh, sure, yeah.
I always think they're in kind of a cartoon version of Grand Theft Auto,
right.
which is a Grand Theft Auto version of the real world.
I remember the scene in one of the Saints Row games. It said,
Do you want to be the president who cured cancer or the president who solved world hunger?
Right.
all right.
Very cartoony, childlike understanding of things.
That might as well be in the game. Why not?
I just loved the one where you became a superhero. Like, that was the whole thing, was that you were upgrading powers and shit the whole time so you could fly around. And
Right.
they did one where you were a demon in hell. That was pretty fun. Get out of hell.
Saints Row, Doom. Okay.
Kinda,
Nice.
yeah.
Right. I talked this game up that it was going to go well. One teammate has just gone off and done his own thing now. I'm
That's
pretty
all right.
sure he's already died one time,
We still got Gwyn.
which is hilarious.
Gwyn's focused on the mission.
We're going to go find out what happened to him. Maybe we can help him out. That's the problem with this game, is that you're playing with randoms if you don't have any friends like me.
Hooray!
And sometimes they just do shit. There's no because there's no voice chat in the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way to cooperate with each other.
Yeah, you gotta pantomime your ideas.
All you kind of do is someone will place a marker on the map, like that person just did, and we all kind of go, all right, I guess we're going to go over there. Why not?
I think we've agreed to that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sometimes it works, like right before you got here when we beat the final boss. It couldn't have gone better. Really, really all came together. The final boss would kill one of us, right?
Yeah.
The other teammate would, draw aggro from the boss,
Mm-hmm.
while the other one revived the down teammate.
See,
we
and
just
that's the kind of teamwork you need. That's what they had in mind when they were making this.
right. Right now, Gwyn Diesel and me are kind of.
It's just up to you two. But there he is. Look,
Hey, what's up, man?
MDR.
How you doing? All right, we're all in it. We're all gonna pull it out.
Everybody knows that stands for My Decimal Romance.
I was listing off my. I don't know if we've done this on the show before, but
Let's do it.
have I listed off the band names that I used to have for the band I was in high school?
You don't need to give the preamble because we have definitely talked about you being in bands in high school before. But yeah, just run down those names.
The first name we came up with was called Bleeds on Paper.
Fuck yeah.
Oh man, I want to say I was 15, something like that.
God, I'm imagining the band merch for that already, like where it's just like a T-shirt. It's got a picture of like a high school desk on it,
Sure.
and a pencil scratching in your band name
I want to say
with like blood coming out of the letters.
So when I say band, it was just me, the drummer / singer, and the guitar player.
That's a band. Have
That's
you
it.
heard of, I don't know, the White Stripes?
Right, and that's what we were going for. Is that we're like, hey, the White Stripes can do it. Why can't we?
That's what everybody was going for.
So he drew a picture. It was just a disembodied arm with a razor blade going into it and bleeding on a piece of paper.
Eh,
And I'm like, all right,
that's a little on the nose.
it's a little heavy-handed, is what it was. And so we kind of got tired. We did that for maybe 6 months.
Well, you got to go heavy-handed, otherwise the scratches don't dig deep enough.
We couldn't get any gigs anywhere. You know what I mean? Because we're children.
You can't get gigs, bruh.
We couldn't get any.
Really, where can you
gigs.
play? Pretty much nowhere, because a lot of venues serve alcohol.
Right. where are we supposed to play?
People's houses, the
There
occasional
was some of that.
middle school talent show.
The guitar player's family was moderately wealthy. You
Always
know?
good. Always good to have one connection to money in your band.
We had like this loft area that we would play at. We'd have people over. We'd play for them. And be like, "Oh man, you guys are really good." And I go, "We're not." That's nice of you to say.
I appreciate that.
I think the only thing that you think is good here is that we own equipment.
We own equipment. We all got together, and we're standing around kind of doing it at the same time. I don't know that we sound like a band that you've ever heard.
Right. We're just
or would ever be paid to do this.
in the same room together, and that's kind of cool.
But we do have all the hallmarks of a functioning band. a dissatisfied drummer, a heavy-handed guitarist.
So the very 6 months later, we renamed the band to Autumn Castle.
Which I like the gothic overtones
Yeah,
more than the suicide overtones.
we were in some art classes, and that was easy to draw pictures for because
Hey, just like Queen, that's how Queen got their logo. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. That's cool.
It was an art school design. Because the boys were proper talented.
So basically, we just draw castles with leaves falling around it. You know,
Yeah.
It wasn't alarming for anybody. The teachers didn't call my mom and be like, he's not doing so hot. He's unwell.
He looks like he's designing stuff for some sort of D&D campaign. I don't know. You might want to check in on that.
See what the deal is.
What the dealio.
So we were about at Autumn Castle for maybe a year. By the time we were 17 or so, we finally decided to settle on a band name. I said, this is the one that we're going to draw on my drum for.
Oh, okay.
I
committed it to the bass drum.
I was a huge fan of AFI, and I wanted an acronym. You know what I mean?
A good acronym can get you far.
So we settled on...
Just look at the CIA.
Right. We settled on My Fading Touch. That was the final band name before we broke up.
MFT, baby.
And there was never any kind of like official breakup. We just stopped hanging out one day.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens.
I have no idea. I think what happened, I graduated high school. He was still in high school. That was lame.
That is super lame.
It's pretty fucking lame. I was like, we can't hang out anymore. And then I met Watson in college, and it's we didn't start a band. He and I never started a band. But after 20 years, we finally decided to start his podcast.
I've been trying to get you to start a band, but all the sounds I make are just annoying.
Right. And you don't really play a traditional instrument. You know what I mean?
No, I don't at all. I don't play. Yeah, whatever you're implying there is too generous. If anybody has heard the beginning or ending songs that we do for this show, that's the extent of my musical talent. Is looping beats.
And it's great. It
Sort of
works.
a digital vocal stem.
It works for the show, you know?
It's what the show needs, so I'm happy with it, and it gives me a chance to play around. But I could not be. I don't think I could be in a band with people. You know?
Sure.
I think I would have to be like a Steely Dan situation where I just sat in a studio and made other people do what I wanted. Get a bunch of session musicians.
Are we pulling it out, guys?
I don't know what we're doing.
We're doing all right. We're going this way.
I don't trust MDR though. I'll tell you that right
Some
now.
guy. I don't like him. I don't like MDR.
Already, I don't like him.
Anybody got a key for this big cereal bowl? Because I don't. Stone sword key required. Yeah, I don't got one. Gwyn Diesel. Gwyn Diesel.
Gwyn.
You got one?
Come on.
Yes.
Thank you, Gwyn. See? Get it together, MDR. Oh,
Oh, he's beefy.
yeah. Oh, I like this. I like the big teardrop, baby.
He's a chunky boy. I can't tell if he's...
Oh, he's got a tail.
Yeah, I don't know what the tail's about.
It comes from way up under, too. These billowy clothes.
So is he fat or has he just got big pants on?
So we're still talking about Nightreign. Everybody's talking about Death Stranding 2 now.
I never played the first one. I have no idea what the games are even about.
I need to get a PlayStation 5.
They're just about Norman Reedus. Norman Reedus is a mailman, right?
Courier or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, right. It's just a walking simulator.
Oh my god, don't do that.
I'm not doing it.
Don't make that your take.
It's not my take. I've seen the gameplay from the first one, and I go, it's Norman Reedus walking around with a big backpack.
Okay, well you could say this is you walking around with a big sword.
Yeah, but look at me hitting stuff. Does Norman Reedus hit anything?
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay.
Babies. It's about babies, right?
He hits the baby? But why does he hit the baby?
I don't know. I just know they put Conan in as an Easter egg.
MDR, what are you doing? Come down here. Oh, my God.
You and Gwyn should just push ahead. Don't worry about that one.
I'm done with you, MDR. You're a big old butthole.
You know what's nice, though, is it's nice to think that Gwyn's probably saying these same things to himself.
100%. Gwyn Diesel is frustrated with MDR.
Right.
Because what does it stand for? You said it earlier. I forget.
My Decimal Romance.
My Decimal Romance. Amazing.
You're playing with the Dewey Decimal.
Ow.
I hate a ring spinner. I hate a ring spinning boss. It brings me a fucking Voldo from Soul Calibur.
That's his only...
That asshole. You know
That motherfucker.
You know who I'm talking about.
Gwyn Diesel, where'd you go? Oh, there you are.
I like that you have to say the whole thing every time. You can't
Yes.
just color Gwyn.
Just like I can't just say Osama Vin. I have to say Osama Vin Diesel.
Well, that's an actual joke. That's a whole joke. Osama Vin is nothing.
It's a guy who may or may not be in that cave over there.
Right.
All right. Yeah, that's a good sword, I guess.
What are some other things that you have to do? Like if
in
you,
this game or like in life?
No. Like in life, what are some things that you have to say? Like you have to say Gwyn Diesel.
Oh, every now and then I will say, really poorly, I might add,
You will choose poorly.
Tiny Tim doing Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
Oh yeah, I
But
wouldn't even attempt the voice.
My voice can't get that high. I'll still do a version of it.
yeah,
Just not very good at it.
Oh
you know?
yeah, Crack City. My voice just cracks up. I cannot get that high.
Tiny Tim was a very misunderstood artist. That's my
Okay.
That's my feelings on Tiny Tim. I feel like he wasn't taken seriously because, they were like,
Because of how he presented himself.
Yeah.
Which is not a dig at Tiny Tim. It's
No.
just when you present yourself a certain way, like Pee Wee Herman, people have a certain, they look at you and they make judgments.
Well, the clip I saw today was from the Jackie Gleason show. And it's just Jackie Gleason drunk. God, what the fuck? Vampire Bat bit the shit out of me.
It really did.
Really got in there.
Thanks, Gwyn.
Anyway, it's just Jackie Gleason's drunk ass making fun of Tiny Tim, and I go, this is fucked up. I don't
Yeah,
care
that's
for
the
this.
thing is that where they used to just bring people on and just kind of gently bullying them
Yeah, they're just kind of mean to him.
for the audience's entertainment. It's a fine line between some of those interviews where they're like in on the joke and where they're not in on the joke. And
I like how, real quick, Gwyn Diesel is mad at MDR. They're not even standing next to each other.
Yeah,
They're fighting.
I don't want to hang out with you, bro.
So yeah, sometimes I have to say, tiptoe through the tulips. Really, again, I'm not even going to
Just-
try to do
yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, that one lives mostly in my mind because I know I can't do it out loud anymore.
Some of my vocal stems are usually just funny things I heard on a TV show one time.
It's a lot of that. I watch a lot of movies and TV, so it ends up being that kind of stuff.
I'm a big fan of coming up at 11, why your next trip to the salad bar could be your last.
Take it outside, lady.
I'll do the Arrested Development.
It's called a cappuccino, and wait till you see what it costs.
Another good Arrested Development bit is there's always money in the banana stand.
Yeah, that one's more of just a running gag, though. Because I don't tend to just say that one out of nowhere. What's the difference between, like, quote-unquote vocal stems and just bits from shows that we repeat?
Right.
Some of them are a specific cadence and tone, like the Tiny Tim thing. You need to hit that in a certain way.
Right.
You can't just say, tiptoe through the tulips.
I'll sing
That's not the stem.
Well, I'll sing one line of a song.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know any other part of the song.
I figured
It
out,
just flies out of me.
I figured out the other day that a lot of the made-up songs that I will make up in my head start to the tune of Mr. Sandman.
Oh, okay.
Not Enter Sandman, mind you. Mr. Sandman.
Mr. Sandman. Very distinct.
Like, I'll just be like, James is playing this crazy game. Like, it's just, that's the beginning of Mr. Sandman.
Right.
I don't know why that's my default song setting. Maybe it's because I watched Back to the Future a lot as a kid. And they use they use Enter Sandman when he comes into Hill Valley in 1955.
There's a bit that I think about quite a bit is the laugh that George McFly does whenever he's watching whatever TV show they're watching in the beginning of the movie, and he goes, It's a weird sound.
It's like almost the beginning of a cough. Because he's not actually laughing. It's so forced that it's just kind of a tight cough sound. But I
Right.
know exactly what you're talking about. I believe it's right after his older son says that it's time for him to change his oil when he kisses the top of his head.
Oh, okay.
And the dad just thinks that's fucking hilarious.
It is funny.
It's not. He says it probably every morning.
It's
not
good,
like this is
though.
the first time George has slicked his hair back.
Is it implied that George McFly is a bad father too?
he's an ineffectual father.
Okay, I was gonna say because he doesn't seem even in the beginning before
He can't really help Marty out with his problems.
Sure.
He hasn't helped the son get a better job because the son works at like a fast food place.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so the things that you would think, but the older son seems to be doing okay. It's not like he can't raise anybody. It's just that he's not the dad. He's not the kind of guy you would aspire to be if he was your dad.
All right, I got that.
I don't hate George McFly. You know what I mean?
I don't hate
I'm not
George.
trying to bag on him as a
I don't
dad.
know.
Is what I'm saying.
I don't know why that was so funny to me.
Yeah, it's just like I know George McFly's got a lot of defenders.
After
okay?
all this time, I don't hate him.
I don't hate him.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's okay. I think what it is I like crisp and clever.
The thing about the vocal stems thing is that I don't know really what my vocal stems are unless they just kind of come out.
Yeah,
For me to like...
I'll tell you, sometimes you talk to me about my hot mouth.
Oh, I do.
In a particular way. That's probably a stem for you.
Sometimes I will go to Watson at work.
Yeah, you got to do it because I can't do it.
That's what's key is that we're at work, so it's super inappropriate.
It's in a workplace setting.
So it's a workplace thing.
Where all the best lawsuits start.
I'm technically his boss.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll go up to Watson and be like,
"Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth."
And he can't do anything, right?
You're higher on the chain than me, so I gotta take it.
You got to take it.
But I also don't.
And he does take it. He takes it well. He's
all right. Well, let's not get that rumor started again.
They're soft and plump. Anyway,
do you remember in the early 2000s?
No, of course not.
Kraft cheese had a commercial. Okay.
Yeah.
Stay with me now.
I'm staying with you. I'm here with you.
And the whole idea was that they were selling bags of cheese. They weren't shredded cheese. They weren't sliced cheese. They were crumbles of cheese.
Crumbles of cheese?
Imagine
Imagine a world.
Imagine, if you will.
Imagine a world with crumbles of cheese.
Like a handful of Butterfinger BBs, right? But made out of cheddar. And they had these commercials for, cheddar cheese crumbles. But they would use the song Unbelievable and change the word to Crumbelievable. Do you remember that? So just the start.
No.
So the commercial would start and it would go, "The Crumbelievable." But literally like 25 years later, your Crumbelievable just plays in my head randomly if I'm like, no, I don't even have to be looking at cheese. One, it's an infectious song to begin with because,
Yo, Crumbelievable. I can't remember.
See, you already know. You can hear it.
I can hear it.
It's going to be in your brain now, too.
It's deep within.
But every time I've ever said "you're Crumbelievable," I then have to launch into that whole story about Kraft having just a certain commercial in the early 2000s, and if you didn't see it, you have no idea what I'm talking about. So those are the types of things that I think count as more stems than just quotes.
All right, yeah, I like it. That's good.
Because it only works in that context. It's just stuck in my brain in that, in that cadence, in that tone.
I like saying out of left field. Gotta have my pops.
Oh, I gotta have my pops.
Gotta have my pops.
Really? But you could have had a V8. See, that's just a quote. That's not the same. But getting stuck on gotta have my pops, that counts. I think that counts.
Bro, I gotta have my pops. Okay.
Oh, you know what's one I do all the time? You remember Sally Field in Mrs. Doubtfire? When she gets really upset and she's mentally realizing how long she has spent with Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
And she goes,
The whole time you would, the whole time.
that one sticks out all the time.
My mom would do that when I was a kid.
The whole time?
No, she would. All right, so mom had two voices, right?
She'd hang out with men in drag?
No, mom had two voices. There was her normal voice, and then if she got really upset, it would go down half an octave.
Oh, she'd get serious.
She'd get serious, but it would come in the middle of a sentence.
Right.
Her voice would change, and I go, "We're gonna die."
Mom kicked it into serious mode.
She's going to kill me.
That's true. Moms have that extra.
She never did, but I thought she would.
Because usually, if your mom's talking to you, she's doing it in a nice way, and that implies that she's doing it in a slightly higher voice, and she's softer about it. So when she's angry and she goes down that octave,
yeah,
that's scary.
And she's like, "I'm gonna murder this child," and I go, "I'm sure I deserve it. I barely remember what I did, because I'm a horrible kid." But I'm sure I deserved it. Just a shithead. Just a little shit.
Basically. Pretty much any Robin Williams movie is a good source of vocal stims, I feel like.
When I was a kid, the vocal stim was that like one kid had. He got really into The Mask.
Oh my God! There's always the Mask kid, yeah.
And I would tell him I remember telling him when I was a kid, be like, you got to cool it on the smoking stuff.
You got to sprinkle that in a little lighter.
It was all the time, and I go, listen.
Yeah.
As another kid that gets bullied, I know how to not get bullied.
I'm learning it a little bit.
You know,
I know enough to know you suck.
I know not to say weird shit like that around certain kinds of people.
Just want you to stop saying odd shit.
That's what it is. I saw a post online that was
anyway. Then he would cut me off and go, "Somebody stop me!" And I go, "That's what I'm talking about.
I'm fucking trying.
That's what I'm fucking talking about.
I'm really trying." But was he actually Cuban Pete?
No, of course not.
Well, then no, it doesn't work.
He was far whiter than me, and I'm very white. Exceedingly white.
So he wasn't king of the rumba beat, is
no,
what you're saying.
There's no way that he could have been. They wouldn't allow it. Like, get this white boy out of here.
A lot of boom chickie booms, though. A lot of those. Oh, I saw a post that was just, you want to be a better employee at work? Talk less. And I was like, yeah, I feel called out because that's probably really true.
Have you tried saying fewer things? Thought about it. It doesn't work for me.
I think about it all the time, and then I tell people what I think about it, unfortunately.
Right.
So are we doing good? Are we winning?
We're doing better than we started out at.
I can't tell if we're winning.
We're at level... I'm at level 10. They're level 9. They need to get their shit together. You don't need to work it out. I don't like the way you run, MDR.
Looking at you, MDR.
I don't like your little diaper you got on.
You suck, you suck, you suck.
Suck, you suck, you suck. Watch us beat the final boss. With the worst team.
Oh, I had to explain...
Boy, when this game hits well, though, it really hits.
It's fun. We give it some shit, but it's fun. I did have to explain, pretty sure, to my girlfriend, because I realized that it had probably been months of me randomly saying that. One of my favorite bits to do in real life is to just be wrong.
Oh, sure.
And, like, triple down on it. In innocuous ways. I'm not trying to start actual, you know.
You're not trying to be toxic or anything, not on purpose. I'm toxic all by myself. I don't need
about
any help.
Really stupid stuff, like denying there's pickles on my sandwich or something.
Right.
And you're like, no, I can see the pickles. And I'd be like, I'm pretty sure I would know if there was pickles on my sandwich. Like, get real irate about it the whole time, waving a
I got you. Okay,
pickles at you. It's a fun bit to do with your loved ones.
I understand the bit now. No, I'm pretty sure.
So there used to be this character that Bobby Moynihan did on Saturday Night Live.
Bobby Moynihan!
A piece of toast. So he used to do this character. You know, when they do just little bits on Weekend Update, they'll go, and here to talk about that is one of our cast members' characters.
Right.
You know, and it'll be Bobby Moynihan as this just slightly misinformed guy. So he'll recap the week's like political topics, but he'll get all the names wrong and stuff to hilarious effect, right? And then when Seth gently tries to correct him, he always gets
Pretty sure it was Sting though, Colin.
And I realized after months of doing that, I had to send her a video of the actual bit so she wouldn't think I was just an insane person.
This guy's fucking crazy. The whole time she's looking for a way out.
But
she's like, I have to get out of here.
It sort of backfired on me because now she does, I'm pretty sure, to me.
I didn't say that. No, I don't think that's a backfire.
No,
that's a success.
I'm kidding, yeah.
The bit worked. I've spread the bit.
I've spread the bit, right. I'm thrilled to infect another person with a stupid SNL bit.
Stupid.
From Bobby Moynihan. Are you going to kill this guy or what?
I'm trying.
Come on. You need one more good hit like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you got it.
Dead, brother.
All right, so thoughts on this?
MDR is dead again. Fucking shocking.
Suck it.
Goes
Suck
off
it,
and
MDR.
does whatever the fuck MDR wants. I'm not helping you.
Yeah, just hang out for a minute.
I like how he's clicking markers like, go over here. And I'm like, what? I'm trying to get experience, dog.
I'm going to think of some more vocal tics for you this week.
Okay.
I'm going to... Because now you got me wondering
Like
about yours. Because I know you have some. I spend enough time with you. I've heard them.
Right, they sneak out. Again,
You can feel it down in your plums.
remember,
See, that's one of yours.
I feel it down my plums.
All right. I felt this whole thing down in our plums. This was a good week. I like this episode. I had a good time.
I'm still playing, dog.
Yeah, I know
We have
you
to-
are. I'm wrapped up. I'm done. This is it.
You're done?
This is the end of the episode.
It's not the end of the episode. We're mid-expedition.
Nah, man.
I'm in the middle of something.
That's great. I'm happy for you.
I want to see if we beat him.
I'm not. I'm not in the middle of something. I'm over here to the side making quips.
We're almost done. So the way that I plan this is about each expedition is about 40 minutes long, right? So
That's too long.
Worst case scenario, we have a slightly longer episode.
That's too long.
Is it?
You killed the red wolf. It doesn't matter.
We
Yeah.
saved Vin Diesel though. No, I have to keep playing. I get penalized. If I
Oh
just
yeah,
stop
you
playing.
have to keep playing. Yeah, you absolutely do. Because
You-
you have buddies
I got buddies
that are counting on you.
I got stuff going on.
Don't let Gwen down. Don't let Gwen down.
Oh no, the infection's spreading. Look at it.
Don't let Gwen down.
Gotta get out of here. This wasn't supposed to last this long. We're supposed to be done by now.
Aw, turtle.
Why am I yelling?
Turtle crab things. Oh, they're just crabs, I guess.
All right. If you want to know what happens, tune in next time.
Yeah, basically.
Basically,
We're here every week.
We'll finish this up next
Are you
week.
guys seeing the number on the side of the thumbnail or on the description? That's 200. Over 200.
So yeah, next week you'll find out if I beat this boss.
Just like last week. It's good times.
Bye.
See ya.